Hello everybody. Welcome to this rather fun one today. Drawing the female figure made easy. Let's see if I can do that for you guys. I'm going to show you how I approach things and see if it works for you. The first thing I do always is I construct the figure from, and I always do this, 3 different shapes. Sort of an egg-shaped oval, a cylinder but on an angle, and then a ball. That's how I start all my figures. Now it's important not to note that you don't want to do a cylinder like this. That's not going to work. So let's just take a look. Sort of, this is to help you to define the shape here. So those are the three shapes. This one we do not want. Getting rid of that. Okay, so let's look at this figure first. This illustration I did a while back of a Frazetta type girl. I thought it was kind of fun and I experimented with that. And I thought I'd like to see if I could finish up the figure on her. Because I just did this torso view. It turned out pretty cool and I wanted to finish it. So I did. And this is it. Now, let me show you how I created this figure using these shapes. Because this is how I did it. See, once you learn this method, it's pretty bulletproof. It works every time. And it's easy. And I've seen so many people, so many tutorials where they make things overly complicated. It shouldn't and doesn't have to be overly complicated. And their results are not that great often. So the good news is, not only is this technique easiest, but it's also the best results as far as I'm concerned. I think you get a nice graceful figure every single time. So let's get rid of this. So there's my shape: egg, cylinder, round. Let's make this actually gray, just so it's a little easier to follow. Now I always start with these shapes. It just creates a nice curvaceous figure. And like I said, it's pretty easy once you get it down. This is my go-to approach, and if you practice it, I think you'll find that it becomes your go-to approach as well, because it's so easy. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's see this. I'll pull it across here and see kind of basically what's going on here. See, now, once you've got these basic shapes down, then you can refine it, and this is all then study of your anatomy and learning everything and all the muscles and everything, how that goes together. But really, for this video, I especially want to focus on these 3 shapes and defining the form. And the interesting thing is, these 3 shapes go first. If you finish the form, the very last thing you always add, I always add last, is the boobs. Because once everything's there, then they just sort of rest on the figure. And it's rather easy to find them then. But if you try to do them beforehand, it doesn't work out too good often. So, okay, so there you go. Female figure, pretty well done, pretty quickly. So let's try just using this form, do some different figures. Let's get rid of the shapes and these 2. And, okay, side view. Let's just try the side view first. egg, round, connect. You know, the women are basically pretty smooth all around, except there are bodybuilder women, but generally speaking, the female figures is a pretty smooth thing. So once you learn all the curves, all the angles, and everything, that it sort of comes together pretty easily. Side view. Again, then last thing. The boobs. Let's see, front view. I'm really zooming in on these because I want you to see what's going on with this stuff. So you take these muscles here, the abdominal muscles, which is that cylinder type thing, angled cylinder. You draw it right down in. They go right down in the crotch area, and it's pretty easy from there to define a female form. I'm trying to fit this hand in there, but it's kind of weird. All right. So focus on this area here. Once you get this down, see now I can define a little bit of the rib cage. That egg shape is really, in essence, the rib cage. Boobs are kind of just not exactly circles. They're kind of like circles that droop. Okay, back view, if I can fit it in. Let's see. Okay. See, I know a little bit of this, the musculature. That's what you will need to learn too. But for now, let's just focus on the simple shape of it. Okay. Now I think what I'm going to do actually is reduce these guys smaller now and just finish it up. Now if you do the figure right, I mean this part right, the rest of it sort of flows in much more easily, much more naturally. Okay. This one, she's kind of looking off the side a little bit. If you want, you should check out my gesture drawing. That's really where it all starts, though, is the gesture drawing. But a little more advanced knowledge will give you this ability to kind of, if you know enough about your figures, you don't really need to do those as much. You do them sort of in your mind more. So she's flowing, she's moving, she's got grace, she's got movement, it's natural, it's easy. It's really that easy. Maybe we'll put her hand out. Now I have a little more room. Okay, so there's some nice figures. They look pretty good. Let's try actually one that, just to show you this still works, even if you're doing somebody like bending over forward. She's maybe throwing something. She's a superhero throwing a rock or something. I don't know. You still have the same cylindrical approach. So she's in action. She can be, it's a strong pose, really, but it's still constructed of those things. Add some boobs, and it's a done deal. Then you just got to make sure you finish it all up in the correct way with all the knowledge that you memorize. But I really, really can't emphasize enough the shape, building those three shapes. You want to build and construct your figures that way. Okay. Throw in a rock. Something like that. Let's try coming at you. So here's my cylinder, or my egg shape. Here's the cylinder, the ball. So I'm putting muscle in there, but then I smooth it down. Putting some shoulders here that are kind of back. Maybe she's doing a charge at you kind of thing. Well, now you can make this round thing as big as you want. This is a little large, especially if it's back into perspective. It doesn't have to be that big. So that's the thing too, is once you have the basics down, you can exaggerate, you know, bigger butts, smaller butts. Okay, so now the figure's done. The figure's constructed well. Now add the Kaboombas there. Okay. Maybe we'll reduce this one down and just so I can finish those legs. I keep doing this. I'm trying to show you that core part so much that I tend to want to. I'm going off the page because I want to make that larger, emphasize it. Something like that. I don't know. That looks a little weird. Anyways. Then you get the idea here. I could probably actually make this even going back far like this. So she really looks like she's, you know, flying at you. So, okay, let's try one just really torquing it. Let's see. Really want to exaggerate that. Now here you get that cylinder thing is getting stretched more. Okay. She's more, you know, like a flying up in space type thing. I'm going to make this small again to finish the thing. It's like they're going out back into the distance. Boobs lasting. I know you guys get a little excited. You want to draw the boobs. You gotta wait. Wait until you've done the right work. Don't get ahead of yourself. Control yourself, young men. This is science. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I can think of that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Of course, all that. If you can share this stuff out, like and share and everything. I really want to try to build this channel up and reach a lot of people. Because, like I said, I really feel like the tutorials out there are really confusing a lot of people. That doesn't have to be confusing. It really, you need to be able to teach it right and keep it simple for people. And that's what I'm trying to do in these videos, trying to break it down and give you the basic stuff that really is the core. You've got to have the core. If you get the core down, then it gets fun. You never have to copy somebody's photo. You don't have to go swiping photos or anything or someone else's artwork, because you want to just, you know, you want to be creative. You want to do your own thing. You want like a, I don't know, this maybe just try something kind of funky or something here. she's kind of doing it like a dance or something. So you can be very expressive, almost like you're creating the dance. See, would you find this in a comic book? Maybe not. Not today, because they're not teaching this anymore. Not teaching how to draw stuff. You know, the figures are stiff. They don't flow. They're not. There's no artistic expression to them. By the way, anytime you guys have learn anything from my tutorials, tag me in it. Put it on Twitter and stuff. Let me know if this is working or what. So, because I want to know. Maybe there's something I need to adjust. You never know. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's enough to sort of get you started. Like I said, like and share and subscribe, and there's a lot more stuff coming your ways. I mean, I'm gonna tackle hands and feet. That's gonna be a difficult one. There's gonna be a lot of things like that I'm going to try to make it easier, try to explain it so it's easy to do. Because I have all this experience. I learned the hard way. I learned by studying my own, teaching myself. And I learned a lot that you're not going to find in an art school. And tricks and methods. But I feel like teaching it, so it's fun. So that is it, my friends. So thank you for tuning in. And I say, we'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.